你没看错，今年女性外卖员越来越多了。
You're not mistaken. This year, the number of female food delivery riders has truly surged. According to Meituan data, from 2022 to 2024, female riders increased by 36%, surpassing 700,000, with growth outpacing that of male riders. What's striking is that women usually prefer stable, less physically demanding jobs. Yet now, many are turning to food delivery, which shows how difficult it has become to find stable employment. Light office jobs are disappearing. Most female riders are around 37 years old, married, with children, carrying heavy family burdens, and some even in debt. Delivery work, with its low entry barrier and quick payouts, has become their reluctant choice. It's not just delivery. Female DiDi drivers and female couriers are also rapidly increasing. In the end, it's all about survival. And these scenes reveal the hidden struggles behind today's job market.
一个人人都在送外卖的时代真的来了。
An era where everyone is a delivery driver has truly arrived. Have you noticed the significant increase in female delivery drivers this year? According to data from the Meituan Research Institute, from 2022 to 2024, the number of female riders grew by nearly 36%, surpassing 700,000. While everyone says the number of delivery drivers is growing, the growth rate for female drivers is actually faster. Typically, women tend to prefer stable jobs. The fact that they are increasingly turning to delivery suggests one thing: stable jobs are becoming harder to find. Similarly, delivery is a physically demanding job that involves braving the elements, which isn't traditionally suited for most women. The growing number of women in this field also implies that less strenuous, office-based jobs are becoming scarcer. So, what does the current job market look like? Official statistics suggest that the employment situation is generally stable. However, with over 12 million college students graduating this year, employment pressure is inevitable. This phenomenon isn't limited to food delivery. The number of female ride-hailing drivers and couriers is also soaring. DiDi's data shows that in 2024, the number of female drivers in the country exceeded 1.05 million, a 75% increase from 600,000 in 2023. Sanyao also reported that in 2021, the number of female couriers grew by over 20%. For a long time, from 2010 to 2022, female labor participation in China had actually been declining. This was because during periods of economic growth, a man's income was often sufficient to support a family, and many women chose to be homemakers. The China Women's News once even published an interesting perspective. If you were to hire others to do all the work of a housewife, from a chef and a cleaner to a housekeeper, the total cost could amount to an annual salary of 1.24 million yuan, equivalent to about $173,600. So what has pushed so many women into the labor force, even into manual jobs like delivery? The general profile of a female delivery driver can be summarized as middle-aged, married with children, no stable job, heavy family burdens, and possibly in debt. One study found that 85% of female drivers surveyed were married, and nearly 97% of them had children. They predominantly have a middle or high school education, and their average age is 37. Another underlying reason is the contraction of traditional manufacturing industries, which have historically been major employers of female labor. Due to industrial upgrading and other factors, many factories no longer need as many workers. When factory jobs disappear, low-barrier alternatives that require no specific skills, such as delivery, ride-hailing, or courier services, become a lifeline. Economists suggest that the division of labor between men and women changes with different economic cycles. During economic expansion, men are typically the primary breadwinners, while women take on more household responsibilities. This model worked well for the past 20 years. During an economic contraction, this model breaks down. Male-dominated sectors like manufacturing and construction are hit hard. A man's income is no longer enough to support the family, forcing women to become a second economic pillar. The pressure to earn a living is now evenly distributed among everyone, regardless of gender. Ultimately, it all comes down to survival. When the great wave of the era hits, no one is immune. Delivery, with its low barrier to entry, flexible hours, and immediate pay, has become one of the few remaining options for many. Concerns about being recognized by acquaintances, about health, or safety all become secondary. We are truly entering an era where anyone might be a delivery driver, from graduates of prestigious universities and master's degree holders to lawyers and small business owners. This is reminiscent of Japan's elderly, who are still working as delivery drivers or taxi drivers to pay off debts at the age of 85. This might be the best of times and also the worst of times. It's the best because it gives many people a chance to survive. But it's the worst because it might be the last chance. Of course, more women entering the workforce isn't entirely negative. It reflects an upgrading economy and increases the overall labor participation rate. If the rights of these workers are protected, everyone's future could be brighter. And before we continue, let us know in the comments where you're watching this video from. Connecting with viewers from all around the world is a huge inspiration for us. Thank you so much. If you never try delivering food yourself, you might never realize how hard it is to earn money. I used to love drinking Starbucks or Luckin Coffee, but now I only drink water. I used to enjoy buying clothes and cosmetics, but nowadays, unless it's absolutely necessary, I hardly buy anything. These days, I cook for myself every day. Vegetables are cheaper in summer, so it saves me a lot. Many people ask me, how much do you make from food delivery? I don't know about others, but I can share my own experience. On average, I earn less than 5,000 yuan a month, around $700. Maybe it's because I'm new to this job, I lack experience, and I'm still not familiar with many things. That's just my own income. I can't speak for others. Some people also ask, what do I need to prepare if I want to try food delivery? Should I buy a new bike? Honestly, I suggest that if you already have an electric bike, just use it to try first. Don't rush to spend money on a new one because you never know if you can stick with it. In my opinion, every industry is tough nowadays. But what matters is that you don't just sit there doing nothing. For me, delivering food at least gets me moving, working. No matter how much I make each day, it gives me a sense of stability and peace of mind.
有没有发现女骑手越来越多了？
Ever noticed more female delivery drivers? Meituan's data shows they jumped from 510,000 to 700,000 in 2 years, growing twice as fast as men. DiDi's numbers are even crazier, a 75% surge in just 1 year. The truth is heartbreaking. Over 85% of these drivers are mothers raising kids. Most earn less than 5,000 yuan, about $700 a month, forced to squeeze in deliveries between family duties. But they are incredible. They've paid off debts, won national championships, and even started their own businesses. What they carry on the back of their bikes isn't a delivery order. It's the courage to never give up.
你知道现在为什么越来越多的人加入外卖行业了吗？
Hey, do you know why more and more people are flocking to the food delivery industry these days? You've got people who've lost their jobs, those in debt, those who can't find work, and a growing number of women are also joining this delivery army. Ever wonder why? It's because the delivery or errand-running industry has a very low barrier to entry right now, yet it guarantees a stable income. And what I mean by guaranteed is that they pay you on time. As long as you put in the effort, you'll earn an income. They won't delay your wages. Another crucial point is the short payment cycle. For instance, if you work for a Zhongbao group delivery and you make 100 yuan today, which is about $14 or even just 50 yuan, around $7, that money will be in your account by tomorrow. However, I have to be frank. If you have a better job or another way to make money, it's best not to get into the delivery business. But if you're just looking for a temporary gig to get by or to earn some extra pocket money, then it's an okay option.
今天发工资了。
Today, I received my salary. Looking at the payment notification, I couldn't help but feel how heavy life is. Last month, I worked 28 days, over 3 hours every day. In total, I earned 3,890 yuan, about 544 US dollars. Out of that, the first 430 orders paid 4 yuan each. 1,720 yuan is almost equal to 240 US dollars. The next 434 orders paid 5 yuan each. 2,170 yuan is almost equal to 304 US dollars. But the expenses piled up. 700 yuan for rent is almost equal to 98 US dollars. 500 yuan for vehicle rental is almost equal to 70 US dollars. For food, I usually eat just 2 buns with some pickles. On a good day, I treat myself to a hot meal. One time, my bike broke down, costing 60 yuan is almost equal to 8 US dollars to fix. Another day, the elevator was out of service, and I climbed more than 20 floors to deliver food, yet I was still late and got fined 100 yuan is almost equal to 14 US dollars. The biggest expense was my mother's medical bills. 1,650 yuan is almost equal to 231 US dollars. In the end, I only had 580 yuan left, is almost equal to 82 US dollars. Today at noon, I skipped my meal because I was rushing deliveries. Recently, my stomach illness has flared up again. I really want to rest, but I still have several orders waiting. Life is so hard, but I cannot collapse. I still have my mother, and I am the pillar of this family. Stay strong, Xiaojing. For life, for mom. No matter how bitter or exhausting it gets, I must keep going.
2025年最魔幻的一幕出现了。
In 2025, a surreal scene unfolded. The era of everyone delivering food has truly arrived. Have you noticed that female delivery riders are becoming increasingly common? Official data shows that from 2022 to 2024, the number of female riders surged by 36%, surpassing 700,000. Everyone knows that delivery work is physically demanding, exposed to sun and rain, not exactly suitable for women. So why are so many still rushing in? In the past, when the economy was strong, a single man could support an entire family, while many women stayed at home as housewives, men outside, women inside, the most efficient division of labor at the time. But in the last 2 years, many families have taken on high mortgage debt, suffered business losses, or even wealthy households are burdened with debts. At this point, relying solely on men's income isn't enough, and women are stepping out to share the responsibility of supporting the family. That's why you now see not only female delivery riders, but also female drivers and couriers increasingly everywhere. As more women join, it shows that easy, stable office jobs are no longer so easy to find. At this stage, it's not about hardship or prestige. It's about earning a steady income. Delivery work is far from easy. When orders are many, legs ache from constant running. When orders are few, anxiety sets in. If something suddenly happens at home, or one wants to raise money for a small business, relying solely on delivery may not be enough. In such cases, alternatives like banks or reliable lending platforms can be a reasonable choice. For instance, Du Xiaoman has quietly helped over 22 million small business owners get through tough times, providing over 300 million Chinese yuan, 42 million USD, in interest-free loans to support rural revitalization. Some people have completely changed their life paths thanks to this support, like a child from central China who can now become an orchard owner without going far away to work in Beijing, or someone surviving countless dark days due to timely aid. Currently, first-time borrowers can enjoy a preferential annual rate of 4.9%. For a loan of 10,000 Chinese yuan, 1 for 100 USD, the interest for 1 year would be about 271 Chinese yuan, 38 USD. However, this applies only to first-time applicants. Those not meeting the criteria do not get the lower rate. When facing urgent situations but unable to ask for help, delivering food or borrowing a small amount are necessary choices to cope with pressure. No path is easy, but having one more option or tool in critical moments is never a bad thing.
兄弟们，我发现送外卖时间久了，真的能把一个人头废掉。
Brothers, I've realized that doing food delivery for a long time can truly wear a person down. That's why I don't recommend beginners to take up this job. First, hair loss. Wearing a helmet every day, no ventilation, your hair keeps falling until you become bald, just like me. Second, holding your bladder. With so many orders and no proper toilets, neither at the restaurant nor at the customer's place, you keep holding it in. Over time, it harms your health. Third, your appearance ages quickly. Constant sun, wind, and rain make your skin dry and loose. You'll look older than your peers, no matter how much skincare you do. Fourth, stomach problems. Meals are irregular, sometimes starving until you're dizzy, sometimes gulping food in a rush. Eventually, your stomach gives out. Fifth, your mind becomes unstable. Every day you're exhausted, cursing nonstop. At the platform, the merchants, the cars, even the security guards. Sometimes you even curse yourself. You end up talking to yourself, crying when you're late with orders. Memory worsens, you keep forgetting things, mixing up or delivering the wrong meals. Sixth, scars all over your body. After 2 years of delivery, my arms and legs are full of scars, my hands covered in scratches. On rainy, cold days, without proper protection, rheumatism sneaks in. In short, this job should only be temporary. If you do it long-term, you'll be left with a sick body, and all the money you earn will just end up going to the hospital. It's really not worth it, brothers, not worth it at all.
以外卖员这么多。
The rise of female delivery riders reveals a tough truth. Many men can't support their families alone. Most of these women are mothers, stepping up because their husband's earnings, sometimes just 1,000 to 2,000 yuan a month, about 142 to 284 USD, fall short of family needs. When kids are at school, these moms deliver to supplement income. If their husbands earned well and brought money home, would these women need to brave the streets? It's a two-sided story. Delivery and ride-hailing offer flexible hours, letting them drop off and pick up kids. Unlike other jobs, delivery fits around family life. After dropping kids at school, they hit the road, and when school's out, they pick them up on the way. It's a practical choice when money's tight and staying home isn't an option.
Hello，在兄弟们，为什么现在女性歧
Today, let's chat about why more and more women are becoming delivery riders. I think it's largely due to the current economic environment. Typically, the jobs women often take, like front desk or office roles, pay around 5,000 to 6,000 Chinese yuan a month, which is about 710 to 852 US dollars. That's not a lot, especially in pricey cities like Shenzhen, where salaries are similar. Those jobs are relatively easy, but many women nowadays want to hustle harder and earn more. Compared to factory work, delivery is way freer. Sure, factory jobs might pay more with overtime, but they're often stressful and restrictive. Delivery, on the other hand, gives you freedom and lets you earn based on your effort. The more you ride, the more you make. So, what do you all think is driving the rise of female delivery riders? Drop your thoughts below, and thanks a ton. The journey of delivery workers, especially female riders, is a testament to resilience amid life's relentless tides. These mothers and wives carry the weight of family burdens, raising kids, paying debts, yet quietly pedal through rain and sun, delivering not just food but hope. Data reveals their numbers surging from 510,000 to 700,000 in 2 years, a sign that stable jobs are fading, pushing middle-aged women, once factory workers, into the grueling world of delivery. They choose this path not out of passion but for its flexibility to juggle school runs and survival, especially when their husbands' earnings dwindle to 1,000 to 2,000 yuan, 142 to 284 USD. Yet, in hardship, they shine. Some clear debts, others claim national delivery titles, and some rise to become shop owners. What's the lesson here? It's the power of an unyielding spirit. Despite life's challenges, they find ways to rise, turning their electric bikes into symbols of courage. For all of us, Their story reminds us that in the toughest moments, perseverance and love for family light the way. Let's honor these silent struggles around us and believe that, no matter how fierce the storm, we can find hope's glow. Thank you for watching Chinese Emotion. Let's keep spreading these inspiring stories together.